Let's do that.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Alrighty then, folks. So, a V for Vendetta TV series is happening over at HBO Max. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the movie V for Vendetta. I'd never read the graphic novel, but how do you feel about V for Vendetta?
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie when it came out. I saw it in theaters, and I bought the DVD, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. It's been a while since I watched it, but I think it could be interesting.
Did you see it as a series? I feel like there's a lot they could unpack in the series.
Yes, yeah, I think there's a lot that you drawing out a lot of those moments and really putting the audience in the position of feeling the anguish of those who feel like they need to step up and do the things that they're doing depicted in the film and the things that advance the story. So I think it could make sense as a series. Now, what comes to mind though is this, like, how much different are you going to make it so that it doesn't feel like you're just giving us like Mr. Robot?
What we already saw. Yeah, that's true.
You know, like there's a few other things. And now that we're getting another Rami Malek series here pretty soon, that people are saying, oh, this is going to be very reminiscent to Mr. Robot. I'm like, well, interesting. Now you're going to have these somewhat similar stories running up against each other, but some are, you know, it is a topic I think is very relevant to our time. So
true.
I'll check it out.
It's scary true. And I'm intrigued to see who you cast replacing Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman, because they were so iconic in all of the stuff promoting this movie. And just thinking about the movie, you picture Natalie Portman with that shaved head, Hugo wearing that Guy Fawkes mask. I don't know.
It's now been like it's the mask has been so used that people
you change it up. You go for something else.
Like it's now associated with other things because it's was so like pulled into the pop culture, just iconography. No, I don't know. I'm curious, and there's a lot of other figures too. The other cast members, I can't think of the.
It's British been so long, I don't recall.
The host of the talk show that he gets like assassinated in the movie. But yeah, it's a lot of great cast. That let's see what they do with this. And it's like you gotta, I think you really gotta draw out those moments so the payoff is much bigger when you hit those big.
Oh hell yeah,
big things.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Well, HBO Max is making a Superman spin-off series based at the Daily Planet, and it will center around Skylar Gizondo's Jimmy Olsen. Now, I know you haven't seen Superman yet, but
correct.
How do you feel? I know you know the lore, but I feel like Jimmy Olsen was a breakout character that everyone loved because Skylar kind of brought his unique, everyman, normal guy vibe, but he was also a ladies' man. The ladies were like dropping their panties for him. Could you picture like seeing him lead a show based at the Daily Planet? And it involves, I guess the first season will be heavily about Gorilla Grodd. I guess each season will be a big baddie that he's like investigating.
Oh, cool. No, that's I mean, easily. I mean, he did so well in God damn
I think of Gemstones personally.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna reference. Righteous Gemstones. He was so fucking excellent in that. And I think it's
a character progression that he made.
And I think this setting, this world, it makes sense. I was wondering how they were going to make a Penguin series work, and holy shit, that was so good. I'm not going to question the DC series anymore until they actually present something that is problematic. Still have to catch up with Peacemaker, but why not?
Season.
I think that sounds like a fun show. I'd check it out.
Now I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, we're probably never going to get to see Lois or Superman. But it's we're forgetting the fact that Lois starred in the Marvelous Miss Maisel. She's a TV actress. David Cornsweet isn't really a big name.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's Superman. So it's like, why couldn't they pop up for a couple of episodes?
Yes, exactly. There's still people that, you know, especially when it's like, I hate when you have to remind people this isn't their show, though, right? It's like getting mad Walter White isn't in Better Call Saul. Well, it's called Better Call Saul, fucker. So,
but I mean, I get the fact that it's the Daily Planet, so you want to see them pop up. Right, but I mean, they could easily pop in for a scene they could shoot them out in a day and have them pop up in each episode, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, totally. And Metropolis is full of all sorts of characters that you get to explore. And this is how you get to introduce a lot more of the villains, a lot more of the sort of unique, weird side characters that would pop up. Great way to do it without bogging down a movie that you're trying to get, and it helps serve the fans' palate, so to speak.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, staying around the TV, Noah Hawley's Alien Earth has been renewed for a second season. How do you feel about that? Have you caught up fully on season 1?
I unfortunately haven't fully caught up yet. We got a few episodes deep, and just didn't get it back into the rhythm of it. But I'm itching to get back, especially after the new news of the next Noah Hawley series. I don't know.
I don't have that in for this week. I feel like we're going to dive deeper next week when we get a little more news, or next episode. I was flirting with the idea, but I can't wait to talk about that one with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this makes sense. I've loved what I've seen so far. I think giving series a chance to operate on this level is fucking fantastic. Throwing enough as much budget as Disney did into Andor, and I goddamn loved season 2. The Alien Earth is another prime example of just let something breathe, let a
creator who understands what they're doing get to flex their muscles and do what they're good at, not just hold them back and neuter them.
Exactly. Totally agree with that.
But I'm excited for it because I really love the first season, and it's like, all right, the way the first season ends, it could have been open-ended, and it's like, all right, but
okay,
there's a lot more of a roadmap that they could follow, and
Can we quickly mention the other series? Just a brief.
Yeah, let's get into it. Definitely.
Rob Mack and the creator of
Noah Hawley
are both going to now do a Far Cry series for FX.
Yes.
Big question for me is, which story are we choosing here? Because
that's the beauty. I mean, if you think about Noah Hawley, he's primarily known, his first show that it broke out in big time was Fargo, and each season's an anthology. So it's like, clearly they can just do an anthology each season. But what I'm more intrigued by is the fact that it's going to star Rob Mack, who primarily is a comedic actor. That's cool.
I thought they were co-creating the series together. See, I must have.
They're co-creating. He's co-producing and starring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, now
it intrigues me. I'm like, I guess he has the physique. But
if he's not a bartender on a tropical island or in Montana, then I'm gonna be a little upset. Or a fictitious South Pacific Spanish-speaking island or Atlanta or Atlantic. Anyway, regardless, one of the later Far Cry games. Especially when that's one of the things I love about the series is you have so many of the characters that they use actors' actual likeness in the game and an authenticity to it, and the performance is what makes the villains so profound, because who cares what the heroes honestly look like? That's you.
True.
You are in those shoes. I want to be really motivated by whatever the villain is doing for me to get involved, and there's a lot of great storytelling in those games. So there's 3. I mean, three is an okay story, but from there on out, it gets a lot better. So
wasn't Juan Carlos in the last one, or maybe 2 iterations ago?
Juan Carlos Esposito. Yes, he was in the last one. Far Cry 6.
I mean, you don't get a better villain than that.
Nope. There's a villain I think I can't even say more fucked up, because the things his character does are pretty fucked up in that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, there's just a lot of good bad guys. So I'm excited to see what's done with all that.
It's interesting to think Noah Hawley is kind of like the Taylor Sheridan of FX. Like, he has his hands in all their high octane shows.
Which is funny, because Taylor Sheridan used to be FX, one of the
Sons
FX
of Anarchy, and
I was just rewatching that while I've been working, and it's just funny to come home and these random scenes of Sons, and I'm just like, oh, I used to like this so much. It's like, oh man, taste has changed a little bit.
Fair enough.
There's still some fun parts about it, but the dialogue isn't exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't age very well for this day and age.
No.
Although I guess for the Trump world, the MAGA world, it's normal and okay.
Very
more
true.
embraced by them.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's down the line.
Normal people.
I don't know why I feel very dirty saying those two words on the show. It's like,
right?
We try to shy away from that, so apologies. Try to keep that separated. Anywho.
It's all good. So yeah, what's up?
We're moving on here. All right, so it seems as if the highly acclaimed Ryan Johnson show, Poker Face, has been canceled after its second season. But he plans on shopping it around for 2 more seasons without star Natasha Lyonne. He plans on replacing her with Peter Dinklage playing that same exact role that she played. And rumor has it that Netflix is strongly considering taking the new iteration over to their streaming service. I haven't watched any of it, but I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to swap out Natasha for Peter.
We tried watching it. We watched a couple episodes. I like her. I think she's extremely talented, very entertaining. The tone of the show was what I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to be?
Is it comedic? Is it serious?
It is. It's both those things. But it's like, but you also have some like surprise, intense violence once in a while. But then it's supposed to be like this procedural investigation sort of story, like detective kind of story, but it's very lighthearted at the same time.
For me, that seems like all of Ryan Johnson's stuff, and it just doesn't sit well with me, most of his work.
This one in particular I couldn't get on board.
Fair enough.
Maybe if I gave it another chance. Funny, I don't know why, even switching it over to Peter Dinklage, as much as we're both fans of him on the show.
Sure.
I don't know if that's going to encourage me anymore to want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, so what? Are we just going to continue the story? So now I've missed out on 2 seasons. I'm not going to jump in on season 3.
And I hear people have said the way season 2 ended was very lackluster, and I don't know. I don't know how you pick up from a lackluster end and then pick up with a new actor. I guess Doctor Who does stuff like that, but I mean,
that's also it's written into the story. So unless it's your alien form is taken on a new host or whatever the fuck, I don't see how that's going to work over here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think you'll be able to talk a little bit more about this next story than I can. George Clooney claims that he would love to reunite with his ER co-star Noah Wiley on The Pit.
That would be cool. Yeah, I love The Pit. It was so fucking good. The drama is so well written and well performed. The cast absolutely crushed it. I think that would be an awesome addition. I mean, it's the show that I feel like really elevated Clooney to another level. So,
but would you see him coming as a doctor or a patient or somewhere in the middle?
He could be a doctor because the way those not familiar with the show, it's a single shift at the hospital. It's not like over the course of days or weeks. So we're seeing 1 24-hour period more or less, and he could be halfway through his shift and only be in a few episodes, or he's coming in for to swap someone else out for whatever reason. There's all sorts of ways you could work that into him still being a doctor. There's a whole storyline with a patient who used to be a doctor in that hospital came in at one point. And, excellent. I mean, the drama is intense. Like I said, the performances are absolutely stellar. Noah Wiley is incredible. Everyone on that show did an incredible
Now he's
job.
not playing the same character from ER, right? It's kind of in the same world, but different.
No, it's a somewhat similar tone, but I think this one's even more serious than ER was. When I liked ER quite a bit. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, but I liked The Pit a lot more. A lot of the other, forgive me, petty drama that they kind of fluff up with relationships and things like that. There's almost none of that because there's no time. We're just trying to get through our fucking shift. And you do get the those moments of characters' personal lives, of course, but we're not bogged down in those details so much that it's distracting from what's happening right in front of them. And I think that's what's so gripping about it. And that's what kept me wanting to watch, let's watch the next one, watch the next one. Oh shit, we got to wait till next week. All right.
And that seems to be the sentiment from everyone who's watched it. It's a show that you want to watch. It's the water coolers type of show that doesn't really exist anymore these days day and age.
Yeah, totally. I think you get a kick out of it. It's gripping in the performance standpoint,
I honestly didn't know that it was one day in that ER room or hospital or whatnot. So that's a little intriguing. I thought it was like a continuous story or episode of the week. I don't know.
It's all kind of cool. It's all kind of building up to a single event that you don't really. It's a little bit of a MacGuffin if you think it's building up to one thing and then something else slaps you in the face and great
as life tends to do.
Exactly, and that's the point right there too. It's there's no preparing you really for the next thing. You just got to be there and jump in and get at it. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, great. Job.
Hopefully that happens because
that'd be awesome.
Who doesn't want to see Clooney back on TV reuniting with someone who he started out with essentially?
And did an excellent job together. So it'd be a natural marriage of talent here.
Fair enough. All right, this next one I think we both can talk about a little bit. Keith Sutherland has said that Howard Gordon has written a new Jack Bauer adventure that is really interesting and exciting, and he'd love to return for the role. But, of course, it's out of his hands whether it will get made. How do you feel about this? I feel like we've got many different iterations of 24, and they're great, but we just can't recapture that original series, I don't think.
No, but it's also one of those, like, it would just be kind of fun to enjoy the character without the frame it was forced to be in. Because wasn't one of the TV movies, was it the one where he's in Africa or something, where they lifted that? It was like the only time they actually took the clock off. So it was...
Which is so weird.
Right?
And that's where he didn't say what it was exactly, but I feel like it would be good to see 24 on the big screen, an actual feature, not just a series. Give it like a big, broader scope and really let it thrive on the big screen. I don't know.
It'd be cool to have that in real time too. Again, so you just get that thing.
128 minutes or whatever.
You're right. Yeah, it's the next 2 hours and 10 minutes are taking place in real time. I missed that. George's been slapped in the face too many times.
He has been.
Well, get
Sorry
ready
to
for
hear
some
that,
more.
George.
So it's happening.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I at this point I would just like to see the character. I mean, years ago they were talking about doing a crossover with
Die Hard.
Yeah. John
Why
McClane
not?
and Jack Bauer. That seems like a natural. So and there's no way that I think they would force the Die Hard universe.
Although that'd be a good way to introduce a new version of what's his face, John McClane, because clearly we're not going to get Bruce Willis back, and they're eventually going to reboot that series. So why not have him cross over with Jack Bauer?
Who would be John McClane?
That's a toughie. It's like, do you get one of these hot shots? I'm picturing like Channing Tatum, but doesn't work.
I still think he's almost too young.
Doesn't work.
No, I think he's got to have a little bit more experience, But
I mean, if you think back, Willis wasn't that old when he did the first.
No,
he was older.
No, but I think if you were, to pair him with
Jack Bauer,
with Kiefer Sutherland as more mature Jack Bauer, I would like to see a more mature John McClane as well.
Fair enough.
But that's would it be bad? I mean, yet another thing for Walton Goggins to star in. Like,
that'd be interesting. That definitely would project him a little further. But I feel like he wouldn't want to dance with that. I feel like he likes to make characters his own. And would he be judged so heavily? I don't know. I mean, Pedro Pascal, he'll do anything.
That was oh my God. I was about to say that was my next suggestion. It's like, Pedro Pascal, fucking throw him in there. Why not? He could be from New York and give him a little bit of an accent and Boom.
Ooh, I know this sounds terrible,
McClane.
but John Cena, man, that guy deserves a franchise that works.
You go the Jack Reacher. We started with Tom Cruise, and then we go to. This is actually how he was described in the book.
Or now that Mission Impossible's over, bring in Tom Cruise. He needs a new franchise. He'll do things Willis could never do.
He'll make everyone in that crew do things wouldn't do before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it might be running smoother. I'm hoping so. Let's hope this stays nice and smooth here.
Now we jinxed it.
Exactly.
Mine's gonna fuck up next.
Let's say, and as I say that, yep, and now it's chunky. But
yeah, it's okay.
I'll blame the internet there. But
hey, as long as we can hear you, it's nice to see you too.
All
right. Well, moving on. This next one, I think we can both say we don't give a fuck about. But Sony is developing a movie based around the Chinese dolls that are so popular and known as Labubu.
And next, it's no.
I feel like Labubus are already phased out. Like, I got some at Comic-Con. I've been trying to sell them on eBay. No takers. I got big ones, small ones, normal ones. Anybody listening or watching, if you want a Labubu, hit me up. Email us at Movie Toast News and Reviews. I'm selling Labubus over on eBay. So yeah, that's why we. But I don't know.
I think you're right. I think the fad is this is the way of the fidget spinner.
If this was a year and a half ago, right before it was super popular,
they would have had to have seen it coming. In which, the only ones that could have made it was a Chinese studio where they've already been dealing in this shit.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't. Let's
I get it. They're cute characters,
canceled,
But yeah, I don't know where you go with this. Yeah,
it's not Trolls. It's not,
that's what I was thinking. Even Trolls can't be Trolls. They had to change them. They're not naked little guys with jewels in their tummy
buttons. Yeah. It's not that anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make it into a video game, I guess. I think is the next natural progression. Do it.
That would make sense.
What's the where you have to collect more shit? I can see it now with the guy with the dog with the guitar and the
Animal Crossing.
Yes, Jesus Christ! Make an Animal Crossing style clone with these things. Cool. Done. You'll make some money.
A lot of games, and that's the next step. Oh, you don't want to have to buy the dolls. You make your own. You're on whatever island.
Now sell skins. Now you're just selling DLC packs of.
It writes its own check.
Yeah, boom, done. You're welcome. We'll take 0.5% of proceeds. Thanks.
Yeah, just a third. Just a third.
A third. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and it turns in that's like $30 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got nothing to talk about on this one. This next one kind of intrigues me a bit. Yeah. The rights to Roger Rabbit have reverted back to the creator of Roger Rabbit, Gary K. Wolf.
Yes.
And he is interested in making more movies based in Toontown, and his first order of business is making a Jessica Rabbit movie.
Interesting.
Okay. Not Roger, but his wife that everyone apparently finds
after the fact, right? After the fact of the movie, that's what I'm confused. Are we going to retell the story, or is this
no? I guess it would be based on a book. I didn't write it down, but there was a whole novel that he wrote based around her that I guess it would be loosely based off of, which would be different from the film.
So there is a substantial story associated. All right,
yeah.
Why not? Okay,
but it's
like you said, there's already a very well established fandom of Jessica Rabbit that is not going away anytime soon.
No, it's crazy that people still remember.
It's a classic film too. It's one of those ironically.
Hell yeah!
It's not really a kids movie, but for some reason, every kid our age has seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Until it got too scary at the end with Doc Brown getting all crazy looking, and then I had to look away from the screen. The dip.
But it's just I feel like we wouldn't be able to see him look the way he looked because I feel like that's Disney's copywritten or Touchstone's. How do you? It's I don't want to see a CG version of him, but I want to see that hand-drawn world.
Yeah, it has to be a 2-dimensional drawing with 3-dimensional characters like it was, like originally was. I think you'd have to present it the same way it was, and then just really sell it on that. Because what was that? I haven't seen it, but that Brad Pitt movie, Cool World.
Yep. That was a little more adult oriented. And I guess they kind of did similar things with Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers a few years ago, but they were more CG.
You did mention that.
But it kind of felt akin to Roger Rabbit. But I don't know. I'd love to see more. I would have loved to see more 20, 30 years ago, but I hope this actually fans out. But
that's
it's like,
the thing. They're trying to appeal to we are now the next generation of parents and stuff. So this is who they're trying to make the shit for.
True.
I honestly thought you were going to say a series, which I would have.
That would make sense.
I would watch that too.
Because you know what I loved as a kid? I loved what was it? Bugsy the Cat, or no, that's a video game. I just Googled it earlier. There was a cartoon set in Toontown, and it was animated. What the fuck? Now I gotta look this up.
Oh, is that not the one with the baby?
Cartoon. Oh, no. It was like a was it Bonkers the No, yeah, Bonkers.
Wait, Bonkers, like the Disney cartoon?
Yeah. That's what it is. That takes place in Toontown.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I love that show as a kid. Does it hold up? I don't know.
I watched it too, but I don't recall the story. Crazy! All right, well, fun. So there's more. Wow, there's more lore to the world of Toontown than I was familiar with.
Yeah,
other than it just being a park in Disneyland. And
apparently, there's tons of like novels written about Roger Rabbit. I'm like, damn. That's kind of cool to think about.
Interesting. I mean, it's a really dark story. I get why.
Oh yeah.
If you're even loosely a fan of it, there's a lot of fun that could be had in this world, especially when you're not abiding by studio rules and you're writing a book. So,
but you're right. It should be a series. A series you can do so much, and you can do take so much time to do it, seasons to do it. Noah Hawley, get on this, buddy.
There you go. Noah Wiley, get in there.
Get back in there.
You can take the role.
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins played. Yeah,
I was gonna say Bob Costa, but I feel like that's a very different guy.
Yeah, that's a different approach. The wide world.
All right. Unfortunately, tough times have struck the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. First of all, the popular Paramount Plus cartoon Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been canceled. As if that wasn't enough, the highly anticipated R-rated Turtles movie, The Last Ronin, has been put on an indefinite hold. The bright side is we're still getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2. And the main reason they're doing all this is because Paramount now wants to essentially make a whole new live action franchise, and they don't want to start off by killing the turtles and making it super gory. They brought in Neil H. Moritz to create this new franchise, and they want him to essentially do what he did with Sonic, essentially bring all the characters we've known and love and slowly place them in movies and make them super family friendly. I don't know. How do you feel about this? I
don't know, because I mean it worked for Sonic, but that took a lot of reworking. It got so much shit. We've already tried a semi quote unquote live action Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
that
Michael
didn't pan out very well. Why do this CG blend again? We've proven we have the technology to do a live actor in suit, and still that shit still looks good.
Yes,
I don't care what anyone else see it make the suits again. Fucking go for it.
It's easy to do. It's cheap. It's more practical. It looks better. And you can make them look even better than they looked back then.
Exactly. You could they could be even better than before, and I think there's actors more than willing to subject themselves to the horror that it was putting that shit on. So
100%.
Come on, don't give us a true live action Ninja Turtles. That would be so fucking great.
And we were so close to getting the Last Ronin.
Yeah, but it's also that's such a hard sell. It's not Deadpool, where Deadpool's almost solely lived in a mature R-rated world for only that audience.
True.
Ninja Turtles,
but I guess
especially recently,
if they were to do this, Who says they don't make 5 of these movies and they're like, all right, let's kill him. Let's do Last Ronin. They could do it, but they probably won't.
Because I think the fan base would just fucking hate all of them getting killed off, and the kids. It's the ones they've drawn in
it's
with
all
the
about
animated films.
boys
The ones yes, it's that base fandom that they're trying to cultivate all over again, that they do every couple of years. I don't think you want to lose that. You want to keep that ball rolling. I think it needs to be a separate parallel, like universe kind of thing. Don't shit. I just said it out loud. Don't make it a multiverse bullshit thing.
Oh, yep. Nope. Nope. Let it live in its own land.
It's just a separate series. Just let it be a separate thing entirely. That's totally okay. I think those mature enough to understand what the subject matter is can accept the fact that this is separate from the cartoon that's on, separate from the animated movie. Let's just
case in point. Back in 97, we got the Next Mutation live action series. It looked cool. It was cheesy, but why can't we get that today?
I think if you get the right people behind it and to believe they're going to draw in the audience sizable enough to see it.
Yeah.
But that's the hard bet. Paramount's just got so many irons in the fire.
They really do. Well, I mean, they just got bought out. Someone dished a fuckload of money. And they're like, let's just pluck all our IP and refresh it. And it's like, it could be a gamble, could pay off, could fail miserably.
Right. There's so many things that they had running. And the couple like tent poles they have, one of them is coming to a close, whereas the others are starting new things. So I don't know. That seems like a lot of risk, especially after investing all of that money. So if you're gonna go for a risk, at least go for something that has a decades-long fandom that are going to probably, get their first subscription for Paramount. So
agreed. All right. So Sabrina Carpenter is set to star in a live-action musical version of Alice in Wonderland over at Sony.
It's Alice in Wonderland. I want to see that version.
I would watch that movie. How do you feel about Sabrina Carpenter getting back into acting and such an iconic role, not at Disney?
Not? She's a stellar performer, especially as a musical. I mean, she's got the chops for that, obviously. And then the presentation, she's very theatrical. It's very larger than life. So going into a world like Alice in Wonderland makes a lot of sense. Or not.
And I feel like it's going to have a little bit of edge because it's being directed by the director of Hustlers.
So what age group are you aiming for? Because that's my next question. Who are you really making this for?
It's not kids. I'll tell you that.
I'm going to be up
kids
for
like her music.
Sure. Oh shit.
Yeah, I feel like it could be interesting.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
All right,
in 3D, I'll get baked. It'll be great.
All right, here we go. Of course, Wicked for Good just hit the theaters recently, and it's already made back its production budget in the first week of being out in the world. So, of course, the film's composer, Steven Schwartz, recently announced that he and the author of Wicked, Winnie Holzman, are currently coming up with more ideas and stories to tell in the Wicked universe. I don't know. It seems like a cash grab, but I feel like the natural progression would be remaking The Wizard of Oz. I don't know. How would you feel about that? I know you probably haven't seen any of these Wicked films.
Not yet, but it's there are things I would like to see. There are movies I would watch, just haven't yet. Val's not as big on musicals, so these are usually a tougher sell. But
understandable.
I appreciate the production value and the scope that they aimed for in that.
Oh yeah.
But going straight to like Wizard of Oz, I mean, I don't know, I suppose. But would it be interesting to then skip over Wizard of Oz and go to what happened to that world after those events, because they were interesting so much? And then it's Dorothy's. Everyone talks about all the impact that Dorothy had, but we never get to see her. That would be kind of cool. And then she could be a separate character that. Does she return? Or
the only reason I'm saying that is because in Wicked for Good, we essentially see Dorothy and the gang throughout different segments, but we never see their faces or anything. Well,
Gotcha.
Dorothy's face.
Like
So
they're
we're
going
kind of
on their
seeing behind the
adventure.
scenes.
Okay. Yeah.
And it plays into what happens but no, I think you're right. Why wouldn't we just follow what's going on in Oz now that she's kind of killed the Wicked Witch and whatnot? It could be cool.
It's the rest of the people who live in Oz now having to deal with the repercussions of all these things that have occurred, and all the events afterwards. I don't know enough of the characters and the other stories that there's probably a few anchor points you could go off of. There
are a lot of characters they introduced. Yeah, I'll give them that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, I have not I'm not going to be reviewing that movie on this episode. So if you want to hear my review of Wicked for Good, that's going to be coming shortly on our YouTube page. So stick around for that. Subscribe, watch it. You'll get it there. All right. Up next, while doing press tours for Now You See Me, Now You Don't, Ruben Fletcher told the press that he's currently trying to come up with a third story for the Zombieland trilogy that would hopefully come out in 2029 because he wants to do every 10 years meet up with these characters again. How do you feel about doing a third Zombieland film 30 years after the fact of seeing the original?
Speaking of cash grabs, I don't know. Kind of just go rewatch the first one.
Yeah, I like the second, but it didn't live up to the magic of the first.
It's like I think I watched the second one. It doesn't stand out enough in my memory to really like. But I'm with you. It's the charm of the first one is what made that film special. We had so much zombie happening in entertainment, in all forms of media, really. That was kind of like a fun breath of fresh air in a saturated world of zombie storytelling. So,
true.
I don't know. A more zombie. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be rushing out to theaters to see it. I'll say that.
All right. That does make sense. Will you rush out to see Black Panther 3? Because Ryan Coogler has announced that will in fact be his follow-up to Sinners. And he's heavily coming up with the story and whatnot right now.
I mean, is the last few things have been pretty damn awesome. So I don't see why not. I enjoyed the last Black Panther movie it was
good. They made it. They pivoted it.
Yep, and they made it work really well. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So why not? It's a title, not just a character. So
exactly. My question is, do you think Shuri's still going to be the Black Panther, or do you think with Doomsday and whatnot, we're going to get a new Black Panther from an alternative universe coming into our universe?
That could be very likely.
Like everyone thought, age up his son.
That as well. We could easily just say that much time has passed, which it almost has.
True, at this point.
That I think that would be awesome. I think that would make sense, if anything. Keeping that lore alive of it's kind of being passed down through the through family members. But
although I love Shuri as Black Panther, I'm gonna put that out there. But
she's extremely talented and very entertaining. So I wouldn't have any problem with that either. Like that's all. That would also be badass. You said, the Black Panther is a title. It's not a single person. So it's whoever's carrying the mantle themselves at that time. So I'm here for it, especially with Ryan Coogler behind the helm. Like, fuck yeah.
And the fact that he could do anything he wants at this point after Sinners was such a huge success. The fact that he wants to come back to the world that he essentially created, and he's probably could be sick of, but he has that passion. So I'm intrigued to see where the story could go with that.
Same.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
All right. We've been talking ad nauseum about this next one, so I do apologize. But it looks like Kristen Bale will be joining Leonardo DiCaprio, Adam Driver, and Austin Butler in Heat 2. I feel like the more we hear, they're getting a huge fucking cast. Do you think?
I mean, we're jumping before and after, right? So it's two different time periods. So you kind of have to. I mean, I get it's a lot, but you're trying to make a film. You're trying to make a sequel that already has such an established pedigree and such an established fan base that isn't a big franchise. It's not. You don't have the comic books and video games and cartoons and all this other bullshit.
You got one movie, one novel.
exactly, it's the people who are fans of those things. So how do you make something that is going to bring all the fans back that only these two things really exist? I mean, you got to throw everything you got at it. So
True.
I don't know, man. It is it too many, like, you can't say it's too many cast members, because then you look at something like Oppenheimer, and that had like 45 fucking people
everybody
and it was
supporting
fantastic.
tiny roles.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, every time we get a new cast member, it's always crazy speculation of they're going to be this character. No, they're going to be that character. And there's different rumors swirling around who's going to be who. If this person if Christian Bale joins, Adam Driver is going to have to be someone else, or is he going to walk away from the movie? It's so crazy to think that.
I think it's so funny.
I don't know.
That they're getting, they're already getting told who they're considering them for. And we're all just getting it wildly wrong. And
why not just come out and say it?
Because now we're talking about it, because it developed the intrigue, because it's same thing. They don't have all of these other properties to lean on to like try to draw people out of. This is a device you're going to use to draw the crowd back in, get people interested. You get the rumors flying, reinvesting an audience and getting people to go back and watch the film again. That's
it works.
Right there.
I went and watched the first one, and but I will say, like, you hit the nail on the head. This is all speculation. The only person who's officially signed on, I believe, at this point is Leo, but everyone else is in heavy negotiations, which clearly means they're doing it, unless something terrible goes on. I don't know. But does this make you, like you were saying, makes people want to go back and watch the first one? Does this kind of make you want to give the first one a shot? Because I know you said you haven't seen it.
No, I
don't care.
I had seen most of it. That was also like now 15 years ago.
Long fucking time ago.
I think I would just like to rewatch it on the merit of it's being the movie that it is, not necessarily just because there's a sequel.
Fair enough.
I mean, that could be, that's a solid enough reason to see it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because like you said, that's a big name to live up to.
Hell yeah.
These are big dogs. You're getting in the yard with.
They're not fucking around, man.
No.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
True. All right. Well, on our last episode, we speculated who could take over the new Star Trek franchise and what directions they go, and we were wildly wrong. After rebooting Vacation, Spider-Man, and so many other great movies, the directors of Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves, Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley, are rebooting the Star Trek franchise on the big screen. And sources claim that it'll be a completely new take on Star Trek in the whole universe, and it won't be connected to any previous or current television series or movies. So that's a lot to take in.
It's going to be about a farmer in medieval times. No,
that'd be pretty interesting.
It's like, we told you,
piss a lot of people off.
Yeah,
and they're gonna have a game night.
Yeah,
and horrible bosses. Maybe some freaks and geeks. But I don't know. I feel like these guys are good at taking a franchise and reinvigorating it, and they got an interesting comedic take.
It's just so bold to say when there's so many like anchor points that need to exist for it to be Star Trek. It's like, if it's not the Enterprise, it needs to be a ship very similar to the Enterprise. If it's not Kirk, it needs to be about the captain of the ship needs to be out front. If it's not boldly exploring new corners of the universe, then
what's the point?
What are we doing? Yeah, exactly. It's like, how different really are we talking? Because let's be honest, it really can't be that different, other than
exactly. Maybe same situation, different characters, new characters, but they're, like you said,
that's funny. If only there weren't 20 television series and like 40 movies that have done that. So I think it's a fun thing to say, but in practice, is it going to be different? Really?
Probably not. It's probably going to be Kirk and Spock and all that shit.
It does,
but
or an entirely new captain. But it's the mission's always going to be the same. The adventures are going to be very similar.
True.
There's just nothing wrong with that. There's a reason why the fan base is what it is, and people still keep coming back for more. So,
very true.
I mean, isn't there still a currently running series on?
There's, I want to say, Strange New World or Bold New World, an animated series, and then I think Starfleet Academy is coming out soon. So there's a lot on the TV side.
Ton, yeah, exactly. It's an ever expanding world. So I'm sure Gene Roddenberry's spirit is excited for people still, coming around to the franchise for the first time. And yeah.
And I will say it kind of gives me hope, because when we're talking about all of the names of people that were possibly up for this job, oh no, I'm thinking about, never mind. I'm thinking about 007. Never mind. I was going to say, it's like Edgar Wright. He'll do the campiness, but I feel like they could lean into the campiness of what made the original series so interesting, because it wasn't always serious. There was a little bit of
there was fun
to
stuff.
it, I feel like.
Yeah. Because it's like, I think for it to run as long as it did, you can't have it always just be the same tone every episode, and then it's funny to think about that. It's another one of those shows that it seems like it just went on and on and on, when it's like, wasn't it only like 4 seasons or something? It actually
something tiny that. Yeah,
relatively short, but I mean, by comparison, it was still like 200 episodes or something stupid, but or 100 something. But it's
back when TV was like 25 episodes a season,
at least. Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't think it's a much like Star Wars. This fandom is never really going to die off until every last person that could ever recall this existing finally disappears.
Which
that's going to be a while. Yeah. So why not bring it on?
Hell yeah. Well, that is going to do it for the news.